Hello, friends. I'm so happy to see you all. So, today we are again going to read the story of, yep, the Secret Seven. Okay, so as you all know, we are reading and learning new words every day. Yesterday, we learned the meaning of toiled means working hard, and saddle means a seat, like a bicycle seat, like that actually. And laborer, a unskilled person. And stammered, repeating something, for example, like what? Like when you get scared, you use that, isn't it? Now, so yeah, this is the things we have learned yesterday, and also yeah. So that's all we have learned. We are also doing bedtime stories starting at 9 p.m. every weekday. And also, do not forget to log in at 5 p.m. and 9 p.m. every day to learn many things along with me. Adding to that, during weekends, we actually do many crafts and many surprise activities. Hence, please do subscribe to our channel, and thank you for sharing and supporting us. So let's begin our story. So guys, yesterday we were doing the fifth one, but this time now we are going to do the sixth chapter. And also this story is Secret Seven by Enid Blyton. And if you have not seen the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, please go ahead and check it out. Until then, let me give you a recap of what happened in the fifth one. Okay, so are you all guys ready? Let's begin. So they were getting on, and Pam and Barbara were very busy. So they were going in Belling Village, and then they went us, and then all of them went to Belling Village and went to the east side, and saw that there were many things, like, what can we say? Yeah, so there was a shed, but have you ever seen sheds closed? But then they have seen. So there was a shed which was closed. Pura. They weren't able to see anything. Then Palm nodded out that there is one hole there. But then how can we see in that tiny hole? That's why they saw through the keyhole. But when they saw that there was only pitch dark. It was pitch dark. Meaning it was so dark. Like if I put my hand in the camera, it'll be dark, na? That dark it was. Okay. So when they came, they saw a farmer. I mean, a unskilled person. And as I told, yes, unskilled person means a laborer. So they saw a laborer. He told that, "What are you doing here? Get out of this place. This is my shed. I use this for putting all my tools, gardening tools." Like that, they said. Then, then all those children ran away because they had to be careful. They were not quiet. That's why he came to check it out. No, and after that they went to and then they saw one a car, a caravan. Yeah, sorry, a caravan. In that caravan, there was some dusty things, and yeah, people were living there. But then it was so stinky, and nobody would love to live in there, right? So that's why. So they also were quiet because they didn't want to get catched once again. No. So since that was also not really going well, uh, so next they went to the woods because some people and thieves go in the woods now. So they tried to went to the woods. So when they went to the woods, they saw a schoolgirl. Finally, so a schoolgirl. But then, really, guys, I'm really telling you that was not the schoolgirl which they were telling. They were just telling. They had full hope when they saw a schoolgirl. But then the thing is that it is not the schoolgirl at all. It was not Elizabeth at all. So that is something which is really bad, isn't it? But then guess who it is? Put it in. So guys, please guess who she is. I would love to see that in the comments below. And if you guessed Susie, yes, it is Susie. Jack's small sister is Susie. So Susie only was there, and then they saw that, and then the thing, what happened is that, guess what, guys? She understood what they were saying. She saw that they were crawling to another bush, and then she was telling that you wanted to just jump on me and make me scared, isn't it? Then Jack and Colin to, I mean Pam and Janet told her, no, 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 we didn't want to do that. We thought you were, oh, we should not say the secret. Like that, Pam whispered. So it's something like that. They didn't say the secret all, but then she found out that they wanted to jump like that. But thank goodness it wasn't their real secret they wanted to know, right? But then Susie wanted to know the real truth then. Okay, if you didn't want to jump on me, then why were you crawling to that bush? You gotta be telling me. So in now only we are going to know what how did both I mean how did Pam and Barbara explained Susie. Okay, so let's find out, shall we? Yeah. So Pam and Barbara glared at Susie. So what? So can we learn the meaning of glare? So glared spelling is Glar and EB. So guys, please note it so that uh, note it so that you'll understand, or else you can make a dictionary just like that in the things we are going to learn in the story, right? So glad means stare in an angry or a furious way. So staring in a angry way is only called glad. So guys, let's note it down, shall we? So I have my notebook right here, so we are going to note it down. So glad means so guys, also don't worry, in the Friday, if you are new in Friday too, if you will also repeat all those words which we did in Friday, so you don't need to worry at all. If you forgot to write or something, we'll repeat it in the Friday, don't worry. So staring in a angry way is called glare. Okay, guys, that's all. Now let's go ahead with the story again. Glad at Susie. It was just like her to interfere, Pam, and interfere. So the thing is that, she also wanted to come and understand her, right? She also wanted to understand what she is doing. She wanted to go be a part of them. So that's the thing. It was just like her to interfere. Pam rubbed her shoulder. You have given me a big bruise. Okay, goosebumps. Okay, she said, and we shan't tell you a thing. And then Pam said that I will not tell you a thing. It's something to do with the secret seven, isn't it? Said Susie. Looks like I wasn't really right. She found out that the secret seven are right now telling really bad. Well, I hope she don't know the whole thing which happened though. Go on, tell me. I know it is. I know it is. You have got some kind of secret on again, haven't you? Jack has gone off without saying a word to me. Tell me and I'll help you. Okay, so she's telling that, tell me, I will help you. Whatever secret is it, please tell it to me. Certainly not, said Pam indecantly. So Pam said that certainly never, never ever. He will not say a word. So guys, we have a new word. I don't really know how to spell it, but here we go. The spelling is INDIGNANGNA. So this is the one. So the meaning is in a manner indicated. Okay, so in an annoying way, he told that I will never tell you in an annoying way. He didn't really wanted to tell. So let's see how to spell it.
indignantly, indignantly,
Indignantly, indignantly. We keep our secrets to ourselves. Okay, so secrets shouldn't be told by anyone, right? The same way Pam said that we keep secrets to ourselves. We should not say to others like that. We'll get it out of Jack, said the irritating Susie. So, well, I'll get it out of Jack. Fine. So they're saying that from I'll find it out from Jack's mouth. So Susie is going to ask Jack. Okay, said the irritating Susie, annoying Susie, and walked off, tipping her hat over her face once more. Goodbye, and don't lie in wait for me again. Okay, so she's telling that do not lie and wait for me once again. I know about you. Now she knows we are in middle of another excitement, said Barbara, brushing herself down. Okay, now she's kind of understanding what we're going to do, right? She's so sharp that I'm sure she find out what it is. Yeah, she's so sharp that she just thinks and finds out what it is. Like, how did she know that it was like about? I don't really understand how she's understanding that it's about Secret Seven, right? What it is. I do hope we don't keep meeting her looking for Elizabeth too. So Jack is telling that I hope we don't keep on meeting her by looking at Elizabeth too. Time time's getting on, said Pam, looking at her watch. Okay, so time is going up. So she's telling that I think we need to go. We really need to go because it's going late. It seems we'll just hunt in few more places and then we'll have to go home. So they both said that let's just hunt a few more places and go home like that. They did quite a lot more hunting and found an exciting hollow tree, which they decided would have made a fine place for a runway girl if she had happened to see it. Okay, so it was going well when they saw a hollow tree, and it was fine for a place for a runway girl to go. So they wanted to search there. So I don't really have hope in this too. I don't have hope in any of the things they're saying real. Now I'm not going to tell them that this is going to be Charlie. I'm not going. We'll remember it for ourselves in case we ever need a place like this, said Barbara. Now let's go home. We have nothing to report except about Susie, but at least we have done our best. I wonder how Colin got on. Yeah, so they tried their best a little, but Susie is the one who troubled this time. He was going around the farms and looking into the barns, and George and Janet were going to visit the riding stables in the district. Okay, so all of the people, all of the kids have their own places to search. So they were searching there, said Pam. That would be a nice job. I love stables. Okay, so Pam loves stables. This is the sentence they wanted to say. George and Janet thought it would be a quite a nice job too. So they thought that stables, but George and Janet also thought it would quite be a little nice job. They didn't really think, but quite means a little bit thought. Belling right. They had looked up at the riding stables in the district and found that there was three belling riding stables, said Janet. Okay, so there are three stables, and we could go in there and search if there would be any Elizabeth sign in that. Warner's riding stables and the tip trees. We'll go to all three, shall we? So they are also going to all of them, all the three. So off they went on their bicycles, feeling as usual. Okay, so they went from their bicycles and rode to that place. Like, actually, did I mention that there's a new word called clothes? So that is not the clothes which we wear, but then it's also the one which is like this, is slopes and bumpy things. So they again bumped to there, and very important to be the secret seven work again. They came to the Tiptree stables first. Janet knew the man who ran it, so Janet knew who was working there and who and every kind of detail, but she did not know if Elizabeth came there or not. For he was a friend of her father. Okay, so it was the friend of her father. Maybe he's kind, right? He was rubbing down a horse and smiled at Janet and George. So it was rubbing it, and then she was just smiling at Janet and George. Maybe George's father also. I mean, Janet's father's friend only. Actually, yeah. If maybe he's kind, or maybe he has some news about Elizabeth or something. Well, come to have a look at my horses, he said. Come to have a look at the prince, my horses. So he told that, have you come to see my horses again, little ones? Like that. He said, I have a foal in here. Look, Silver Start, she is called, and a bony thing she is. They admired the lovely little foal. Okay, so they loved that horse for every time. They loved it. It was so cute, I think. I wish I am seeing that fall. I do wish I worked at the stable, said Janet artfully. So she really was really happy, and she said that I wish I really worked at the stable. She's so cute. Do you ever let schoolgirls work here? Perhaps in your school holidays, Mr. Tiptree? So they're asking that, would you let schoolgirls come and help you right here? Or maybe in the holidays, like that. The riding master laughed. No, I get plenty of help from my wife and my two daughters. They're all mad about horses. They do all the work there is to do. I don't need anyone from outside. This is quite a family stables. Okay, so they're thinking that my wife and my daughters are mad about the horses, so they do all the work for it, it seems. Why did you think you'd come and help? Your father has surely got plenty of horses for you to play about with. Well, yes, said Janet, stroking the little foal. So she was just patting it and said, yes, he has. I only just wondered if you ever gave jobs to girls. Lots of girls. I know love horses. Girls I know love horses and wish they could work in a stables. Yes, even if I also love those horses, I will surely go and help maybe. Not really get a job there. Come on, Janet, said George, seeing that they could get no useful information from Mr. Tiptree. Yeah, they're just talking about horses. I don't think Mr. Tiptree has anything to talk about Elizabeth, or we won't really find any useful information. Hmm. I only just wondered if you ever give jobs to girls. Lots of girls I know love horses and wish they could work in their stables. Come on, Janet, said George, seeing that they could get no useful information from Mr. Tiptree. Obviously, the runway girl would not be able to get a job here, even if she wanted one. Yeah, because they weren't even asking her. They didn't even want Janet to at least have a job. Thank you for showing us the fall, Mr. Tiptree, said Janet. Yeah, so thank you. They said that thank you for seeing the horse, Mr. Tiptree, said Janet. I'll, I'll, I'll tell my father about her. He'll be interested. Yeah, so Janet said that let me tell this information to my father, so he'll be really interested. They rode off again, and George looked at his list of stables. We'll go to the Warner's stables next, he said. Okay, so the next stable is the Warner's stables. I wonder what information they get from him, he said. That's not far away. It's that's not far from the old granny's house. It might be a good place for Elizabeth Sonning to hide in or get a job at. I hardly think she'd go anywhere. So close would she? Said Janet. Okay, so maybe after she maybe they saw that stable in a picture, and maybe they think that it's good for getting a job and all that. So looks like they don't want to get a job. They wanted to see if Elizabeth came here to see the horses or to get a job. So this is what they only wanted to see. Likely she'd go farther off to Belling stables, the other side of the village. So to Belling village stables, the other side of the village. So she will, if she wasn't in that side of the village, she might be in the other side of the village. They're saying. Still, we'll go to the Warners first. So if still, let's go to the Warners. So they didn't want to really. They really wanted to go to the Warners, so they went to the Warners first. They rode up to the stables on top of the next hill. Below them were spread fields of all kinds and shape looking big patchwork quilt. Warner's stables were quite big. So Warner's stable was this big, so big it seems. Looks like they will have even more horses, which are beautiful. And looked busy, and they came up to them. Some horses were going out with riders, and others were coming in. Nobody took much notice of the two children. Let's have a snoop round. Okay, so they wanted to have a round just to see if Elizabeth is there. Wouldn't Elizabeth have to wear riding things if she wanted to job at the stable? Said George. Wouldn't Elizabeth have to wear riding things? Yeah, she'll have to wear this hat up, and they'll have to put those hooks for those horses, and she'll also have to be holding those sticks which they'll give now. I mean the clothes they'll give, like I don't really know how to ride a horse because I've never done. But I went on a horse. Let me know if you have done, said Janet. And if we see any stable girls, we'll have a good look at them. Yeah, so if they see any stable girls, they'll have to take a good look at them because they'll have to wear these helmets and all that. Now, wouldn't Elizabeth have to wear riding things if she wanted a job? Mm-hmm. We know that she was wearing her school clothes when she left. She took no others. Well, she might have borrowed some at the stables. said Janet. True, that's the rather unlikely. I think look, there's a stable girl. See, cleaning out that stable. Huh, finally they found a stable girl. Maybe she has some things from Elizabeth, or maybe she wants to join the Secret Seven. I don't understand. Or maybe it might be Susie. It might be Susie. Because she said she never leave her uh, brother at all. They stood and stared at the girl. Her back was towards them and she was doing her job well. She turned around to fetch something, and at once they saw that it was not Elizabeth. Okay, so she turned around to see if it was Elizabeth, or I mean, she turned around to pick something, but then just when they saw her face, it was not Elizabeth. Far too big, said Janet, disappointed. Yeah, it's too big. It is not Janet. Janet got disappointed that it wasn't her, Elizabeth. Look, there are two stable boys over there. Let's go and talk to them. We may learn something. You never know. So they're saying that let's go to the stable boys and see if we have found any other people there who knows about Elizabeth or not. So, guys, we'll see you at the seventh episode, and don't worry, please subscribe and like and share. We'll learn the next things tomorrow, and the seventh chapter is Tom has some news. So let's see what news Tom has. Okay, so bye, guys.